Hey guys, today I really want to talk about something that I found out recently, which is an easy way of making money online through focus groups. And you may not even necessarily know what a focus group is, you may not even necessarily know how you can make money from it. Do not worry, this video we're going to go through everything you need to know about focus groups, how much money you can make from them, is it actually a decent amount or not, and what I've learned from taking part in them myself. Hey, I'm Charles, full-time Googler, part-time YouTuber, and I make videos on how to make, save, and invest your money well. If that sounds like your cup of tea, do hit that subscribe button below for more videos like this. So focus groups. In this video, I'm going to explore 4 things about focus groups. First, we're going to look at what are focus groups. Secondly, we're going to look at how do they work and how much money can we make from them. Thirdly, we're going to look at anything I need to know beforehand and how you can join them. And fourth, we're going to look at the companies that are doing these focus groups and some of the really great ones that I've used myself, I've got money from myself, and I would definitely recommend using. So first of all, let's talk about what a focus group is. And if you already know, feel free to skip to the next part of the video. So a focus group is almost like an online community or a group that you can share your opinion on something that you've bought or something you've used or even just a prototype of something, usually based in person. Maybe you're lucky and you'll get a free sandwich and it'll be like a community hosted event in like a hall or a room or something like that. And you might get tea and biscuits and sandwiches. But in this COVID world, most of the focus groups have moved online, which is a really, really good thing for you because what that means is you don't need to go anywhere to do these focus groups. What these brands are looking for is your opinion. So they really want to know what you think about something. And you don't need any technical expertise, you don't need any specific knowledge of the product. They just honestly want to know what you think. It could be something as simple as, what do you think of the phone you use? What do you think of the plants that you own? I did something recently where I was invited to talk just about plants that I'd ordered online and the whole experience of doing that. It can be a really, really range of things. And we've all got opinions on everyday products we buy, right? Why not get paid for sharing those opinions? Secondly, let's look at how they work and how much money you can actually make from them. So depending upon the focus group you choose, the company who's doing the research, etc., you're going to get paid anything between £40 to £200 for each different study. And these focus groups can be one-to-one with myself or yourself and someone on Zoom. It could be in a group. It could be that you're testing a product for a week and there's like an online community and you maybe have to write like a little blog post or something on how you're finding it. It kind of varies a little bit. You know, it could be something that is an hour of your time. I've been doing these in lunch hours or at the end of the day. It could be something that takes a little bit longer. And it kind of depends if you're working part-time, full-time, if you are on a contract or whatever, depending upon how you can fit these in. And you can obviously do more or less depending upon how you can fit it in your day. And you know, £40 to £200 each time is a decent amount of money. It's not necessarily going to change the world. But particularly as a nice little top up on your salary, or if you're working part-time, you know, it's going to be something that is actually going to be quite a nice little bonus on top of what you're earning at the moment for giving your opinion fundamentally. And if you're working from home, you're already probably doing 500 Zoom calls a day, or at least it feels like it. So why not do another Zoom call and actually get paid for it? Thirdly, what should I know beforehand and how do I join? Well, I guess the first thing to know beforehand is that you have to kind of be selected for these focus groups.
Anyone! Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
And that's not meaning to say that you sign up and they kind of select you. You kind of have to like apply a little bit for these focus groups. Some companies, you'll just go in, complete your profile, and they'll invite you to things based on the profile that you put in on there. Maybe they're looking for someone who works in a certain industry, for example, or uses products already. Whereas for some of them, it will literally just be a case of you apply for the different focus groups that they have running at the moment. But the thing is, I would sign up for as many of the focus group companies as possible. I would sign up for as many that also are applicable for you, depending upon your age, industry, etc. The more you apply for, the more focus groups you're part of, the more likelihood you are of getting picked, and the more money you're going to therefore make from it. And the other important consideration is just the number of focus groups you can do in a year. Some of the companies put limits on how many focus groups you can do in a year. I've done a few already this year and I haven't run into any limits so far, but some of them will say you can't do more than 10 focus groups a year just to kind of keep the people within their focus groups a little bit more mixed up on each focus group. couple of other things to note. Depending upon your job role, you may be excluded from certain focus groups if they think you're going to bias or you're going to change their opinion of something.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Definitely make sure that you give your actual opinion on this product. That's what they're really looking for. They don't want you to come in with a different view depending upon how they think you want to perceive the product. They honestly want your genuine opinion. And watch out for any joining fees. Many of the big companies who do these focus groups shouldn't charge any fees for doing these focus groups. I'm going to list a few in a minute, but the key thing is you shouldn't have to pay to join any of these focus groups at all. So fourth, what companies can we actually do to try this with? And hashtag not a spawn. I've done a few of these focus groups before and I've used a few of these companies, but they're not sponsoring this video in any way. This is just my honest opinion. Some of them I've used, some of them I haven't used, and I'll go into a little bit detail about each one. So the first one is called Focus for People, and usually they're up to about £150 a go in a session, and the sessions can range up to from 30 minutes, usually up to about 2 hours. I've used these before, and I did them recently with a banking survey. Really great company, definitely recommend. Second, we've got People for Research. These guys tend to range from 25 all the way up to £250. Usually focus group is about £40 on average though. And these guys as well, if you don't get picked for a focus group, you might even be eligible to get an Amazon voucher every now and then because they do a draw for people who don't regularly get selected. So third, Considered Response, really great agency as well. They offer rewards from £30 to £50 and their studies usually last between about an hour to maybe 2.5 hours each time. The fourth one is Research Opinions. They've got a few studies at the moment that are a little bit more technical based, but not necessarily just focused on technical things. And they're going to range from £50 to £200 for a 1.5 hour session to maybe just over 2 hours. So we can kind of see a little bit of a theme between all four. Generally, you're looking at kind of between £40 to £150, £200 for a couple of hours. And, as I say, some of these you can do in your lunch hour. Some of them take a little bit longer. Depends on the website. I'd sign up for all four if I were you and max out the opportunity that you have. This is not an exhaustive list by any means. These are just the ones that I've looked into myself, the ones that I can recommend because there's no kind of joining fees or caveats or anything that I've seen, and ones that I think are actually going to be pretty decent and worth your time going and signing up for. I'll leave the links for all four of these down below in the description as well, so you can check them out directly. If you found this video useful, definitely check out the video I made about how to get paid from working from home. Really great video where the government will pay you if you're having to work from home at the moment. Definitely check that out. Aside from that, thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know how much you earn and the kind of studies that you can do. There's a really real range of different studies around a completely range of topics, so there will definitely be something for you. Let me know what you get involved with. Other than that, have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much.